Fantastic!
Hello!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's
Whoa!
We are excited about Zinzino. We're a bunch of people excited about where Zinzino is going, and we're getting more and more partners. And I hear a lot of time people wondering, you know, is it something I can do? Could I really make it in this business? Well, I want you to meet a whole bunch of different people about where this business is going. And let's hear from Jeff first. Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
How you doing? Oh, I tell you what, when my wife and I, Donna, first took a look at this business, we were not looking for anything. We've been in a few other direct sales businesses before, you know, and life was good. We weren't looking for nothing. But then a persistent good friend of mine got a hold of us, and so we sat down, took a look at it, just because I always like to keep an eye open for opportunities. Mm-hmm. And when we sat down and looked at this, I tell you what, I didn't know anything about omega-3s when we first looked at it, but then I did my research, and I told my wife, Donna, I says, if this stuff does half what I just read, I said, we're in. It's a phenomenal opportunity. At that time, it was only in the United States at 6 months. Now it's about 2.5 years. It's still a phenomenal opportunity. You know, with 98% of the Americans needing it, they don't know it yet, but by gosh, they're gonna. And so that's what interested us, to be an opportunity. Being moved to the United States, and everybody needs it. And what it's done for me, my energy level has gone up tremendously from being on omega-3. And now when I walk into a room, I can remember why I went in there. I don't have to turn around, go back out, and try to remember why I went in that room to do what I had to do. So.
Oh, Jeff, you are funny. You know, I think it's an exciting thing because the product really does change lives. But like you said, Zinzino is really going places. Where do you think Zinzino is going to be in some years, or where do you think you guys are going to be, you and your wife?
I tell you what, we're going to be on the beaches of the world, because Zinzino's opportunity, well, shoot, it's going to be never ending. People are always going to need it. The younger generation is going to have it in order, because of all the health issues in this country. They're not going to get better unless we change things. And I don't look at the food industry changing the way they do things. So we as people have to change the way we do things. And that's taking supplements to help our health. Because if I tell you what, you lose your health, you'll gladly give up everything you own to get your health back. So it's a lot easier to prevent it than to try to fix it after the problem has started. So that's why we're so excited about it, because we enjoy sharing it to people, and we've heard hundreds and hundreds of stories what it's done for people, and that the money's great, but the stories are priceless. Mm-hmm. So.
Amazing. You know, I think that's an exciting thing, because a lot of people say, okay, wellness, that could be expensive, but they don't really realize how expensive illness can be. And here we're doing something about our health, and we can build an amazing business. So thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. And we'll have you back on in just a sec here. But, you know, I think I'd like to ask Terry some things, because, you know, Terry, you're a business owner yourself, and, you know, why would you get started with the other businesses you have in Zinzino? What does Zinzino say for you?
Well, Carla, first of all, I am beyond excited to be involved with this company. And you are right. I do own other businesses, and I consider myself to be a very busy person. But here's what happened with me and Zinzino. I was introduced to this company because of a health issue. And I did my research, like most people do. We always have to do the research and figure it out ourselves. But then I also looked at this two ways. One, I have an opportunity for better health, and two, this is a fairly new direct sell company to America, and I did a little research on the company, where it was going, and I thought to myself, where can you be 5 years from now? And where is this company going to be? And I did a little cost summation, like I like to do. I'd write down my pros and cons, and what is the pro and what is the con, and where do I believe this company is going. But this is what happened to me. I applied my why theory. Why on earth would I be involved with this company? And why would I think that this would be an opportunity for me? Well, why not? That was where I came back at. At this time in my life, I consider myself a very busy person. But where was I going to be in 5 years? I was still going to be a very busy person, and I was still going to be going down that same track. However, with the marketing that Zinzino has, the compensation plan, my 5-year plan just changed. My 5-year plan went from I'm going to be doing the same thing for the next 5 years to my next 5 years, I'm going to be in a total different financial position. Because of the compensation plan that Zinzino has laid out, that's where I'm going to be in 5 years.
That's amazing. And I think people need to realize exactly what you said, is that this is a company that is new to the U.S. We've got 99% of the population that need our products, and we can help them. But the opportunity here is huge. And I can say, you actually hit it on the head with 5 years, because I've been in the business 5 years, and it has totally, health-wise and for our family, and totally changed our business. Our whole lifestyle because of this business. So,
well, and I have only been an active business partner since the first week of March, and it has tremendously changed my life just in that short amount of time. The compensation package, amazing. Plus all of the amazing people that I've met along the way. Mm-hmm. And I've been able to attend the last 2 events that have been held in Minneapolis, which has done nothing but giving me the opportunity and the tools that I need to continue with this amazing company. But here's the thing that I also like, is that Zinzino has already set the education for us, the training for us. They have everything set down for us so that we can succeed in this business. This is a company that I don't have to go out and recreate the wheel. I don't have to go out and figure out how I'm going to do it. It has already been done for me. And really and truly, when you follow that, success comes.
Awesome. I think that's exactly it. People have to realize it takes time to learn, and that's why everything to learn is in this business is what's going to grow your business. You got fantastic potential to learn here. So I'm going to go up to Amber. Amber, you've been in the business here for a little while, and I would love to hear a little bit about, why did you get started? You also have been you're busy and a busy mom, but could you tell us a little bit about why you started?
Yeah, for sure. I actually originally didn't want to. I was doing hair, and I was crazy with that, and crazy with kids, and I've sold things. I've done direct sales. And once I had actually heard what it's doing health-wise, like Jeff, I didn't know about omegas really. I knew that there was fish oil. I didn't know the significance. So I kind of dug a little deeper in that, but ultimately it was the business aspect of it, and I loved it. It was something I'm like, this is not even real. It's this brand new. This is not even a thing. So I dove in, and from the very beginning, you all kept on telling me, figure out my why that makes me cry. And that's really what's going to drive me. And I had a really good why. It was my kids, obviously. And there's actually a story behind that that made me cry. And I'm like, that is totally my why. And like even thinking about it now, I'm like kind of choking up. But then all of a sudden I'm seeing how healthy and happy people are with what is going on health-wise. I'm like, that's probably my why. And then I was actually, a couple months ago, I had read a book, and it was an amazing book, and it actually is talking about changing your mindset, how you grew up and what you know from when you grew up. And how I grew up was a single mom that was going to school. My mother was a single mom going to school, and we couldn't afford things. And that's what I knew. We can't afford this. We can't afford that. We can't do this, and we can't do that. And that's really how I was. That's really honestly how I was, even though things were good. And now going into it, Zinzino has taught me that I need to change my mindset. I need to step outside of my box, because I can't tell you how long it was that I'm like, I'm not doing meetings by myself. I'm not doing meetings by myself, because I was always scared. And I mean, it just, like Terry said, with them laying out exactly what we need to do, that made it a little bit easier. But then all of a sudden, when it is all of my Zinzino family teaching me, jump outside of your box, and you're gonna be scared, but that's what's gonna help you grow. And yes, the meetings are, you're gonna be fine with it, and then one day you're gonna have a meeting that you feel a little sick before you go into it, because you're so nervous. But I have grown farther than I could have ever imagined, health-wise, personally, my personal growth, and financially. And I mean, who doesn't want that? So yeah, it's been pretty huge for me.
I think that's what, it's kind of fun to have, mom sitting here too, that, with their kids, and that's why you're building this business. Because a lot of people might use that as why they don't want to build the business, because they've got kids at home. But, I had this thing. I had 4 teenagers when I got started, 13, 15, 17, 19. And yet I said, I love the fact that 2 years later I could be a stay-at-home mom, because I was making that income. So I think if you do find that why, like you said, you find that why, and people are going to really want to go after and build that. That's kind of fun.
It definitely drives you. It drives you. And it's funny because my kids, too older, with them, or even just me talking to my husband about what's my why, what I want to do with everything in Zinzino and in our life, I all of a sudden see my kids having the goals and the dreams, and they're scared, but they're outside that box. So it's been huge all across the board, including my entire family. So
it's life-changing. Zinzino changes lives, and that's what we say. We want to inspire change in life. That's the motto, and that's what we're going to continue to do in our future.
Yeah.
Let's actually hear a little bit. Thank you so much, Amber. Let's hear a little bit from our newest executive in the business. Maurice, I'd like just to hear a little bit from you. And congratulations on your executive. Why did you get started in this business?
Well, it started out, I had to retire early due to my health. I'd had two accidents that took me out of what I love to do. I worked real hard my whole life, and when I got to the doctor after the last surgery, and he goes, "Where do you see yourself, and what's your goal?" And I said, "My goal is just to be me again. That one thing, just get my life back, because I was crippled up. I couldn't walk, I couldn't ride a bike, I couldn't do all the stuff." And that was it. And so little by little, I rebuilt my body. I bought a Bowflex, I got a better bike, I just kept chipping away. And last November, my wife came home with this Zinzino product, and she said, "This is going to help." And I said, by now, I had just about given up, and I was just on my own little mission to do what I could. And I thought, well, I'll give it a shot. What have I got to lose? and it went on for a few months. We had people dying in our family. Our folks were dying and stuff. So it took us a little while to get going with. But once I went to the event last January in Minneapolis and saw the picture of met the people, heard the stories, saw how this, if I just took a little more of my energy and focused it in a new area into sales instead of building things, that this might be really, really good. And so that's what I began to do, is refocus that energy, try to get myself, built, kept working on my body, my muscles and everything. And as I became aware over the 4 months, 120 days of being on the product, as I became aware of, all of a sudden you wake up one day and I can move better. I can think better. And all of a sudden I was doing things I hadn't done in years. And then I got excited. Then I got excited to tell other people about this. And that's probably the coolest thing, is when you have a story to tell. And not everybody is going to have the same story, of course, and not everybody's going to have the same struggle. But figure 10 years of my life, I've been fighting to get back to my vital self. I just wanted to be me again, and I'm there.
We got started here, and you have to realize how it is, because that's the whole reason we do this business, is because it is inspiring change in life, and not only health-wise, but also business-wise. And because so that I'm not just blubbering here, I'm going to pass on and let Arlo tell some of his story, because it really does. It's a life-changing business in changing people's lives. I don't know, Arlo, could we say it any better than that?
No, I don't think so. I just love Maurice's story. It's been so great to get to know him the last, 6-8 months or whatever. And that's why I do this business.
Phenomenally. Phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah, it chokes you up, it really does. And that's why I love this business. For me, I was a lot like Jeff. I wasn't really looking for anything when I first heard about Zinzino. I do have experience in direct sales, just like Jeff did. And I've been involved with other companies. But I'll tell you, for me, Carla, I was looking for something. I didn't know what it was, because I was suffering some health issues. I didn't know what it was. For me, it was some severe skin issues. And I'll tell you what Zinzino has done for me inside of 30 to 45 days, completely changed my life from the day I started. And what I love about Zinzino is everything is in place, like the planets are perfectly aligned to be a huge business here in the United States. So I'm going to just kind of share with you some things that I was actually reading at that time. I was actually reading a book called The Next Millionaires by Paul Zane Pilzer. I'm going to pick a few quotes out of that book. Home-based businesses are one of the fastest growing segments in our economy. That trend will continue as the age of the corporation will give way to the age of the entrepreneur, because more and more people are being sick and tired, not only in health, but being just a number in their employment. Mm-hmm. So that's what we have that going for us. Another thing he says is he predicts the perfect opportunity is represented by two emerging industries, the network marketing industry and the wellness and anti-aging industry. He calls it the perfect storm. That's exactly what we got our hands on here. Now, let me share one more thing with you. So after listening to and reading a lot of things from very successful direct sales people, they all had one thing in common on how to select the right company to be part of for massive growth. First of all, at the senior management level, there must be proven network marketing field experience and corporate experience in building a multi-billion-dollar organization. We have that with Lauren and Hilda. They've been there and done that and became millionaires at an early age.
Which are our founders.
Our founders, yes. Number two, the company's products must be visual, emotional, consumable, essential, and affordable, and people would want to buy them and share them whether they are making money or not. Mm-hmm. We have that too. All right, now watch this. So this is pretty cool. Number 3, there must be a proven training system with a strong focus on field support and personal development. We have that too. Number 4, the compensation plan must be designed so anyone can succeed, whether they have industry experience or not. We have many people that have started in Zinzino that are making money that have never had experience in this industry. So we have that going for us as well. And number 5, this is most important, timing and positioning. The company must be focused on anti-aging and wellness. The 3 things now. First is company focus on anti-aging and wellness. Number 2, 7 to 10 years old with a proven track record and no debt, right? It's all lining up. Number 3, are the sales in their domestic market where they began still growing? That's what we have here. Network marketing is no longer a wave of the future. It is a wave of the present. And that's what we have our hands on here.
Oh,
So anyway, it's awesome. We got everything lined up here, you guys.
you know, I think that's kind of the thing you were talking about in regards to, you know, exactly what we have. And I think with our products, you can see why people get a passion for it. And in regards to the business, I know I've had a lot of new people ask me just recently, can I do this business? Okay, look at us. We are 6 different people and 6 different things. And for the rest of you guys, what would you say to somebody who asks, can everybody do this business? What could we say?
Yes.
It's proven.
Everybody can build this business. If you have, you know, whatever reason that you're going to build this business for, you just learn what you need to learn through this business. So any last words from anybody that has a little, yes, Terry.
You know, Carla, that's just it. You know, the way that our company is set up and the compensation plan, the support, the help and everything, there's no age restrictions here other than you have to be 18 years old. I mean, I look at the spectrum of the people that we're talking with today. I mean, we have people that are in their early 30s all the way up into their 60s. I mean, and I know that in talking to people, one of the things that I've heard from people is that, you know, it doesn't matter how old I am, I can succeed at this. I say, you are absolutely right. You know, I have 22-year-olds. I have 74-year-olds. This company there is no, oh, you're already 65, then you better consider something else. You know, I mean, this is amazing. Opportunity is in this particular company. There's no age restriction. It's for everyone.
And Carla?
Yeah, Jeff.
As the country and this business, we can talk to everybody we come in contact with about their health. They need it. We have the product. We can get them set up. The stuff is directly shipped. We don't have to carry product with us. We just line things up and help people out wherever we go. And for that, that excites me as far as, I don't care how old they are. You're going to talk to people every day, people that you meet, and they need the product the products that we have. So all we got to do is say something. And people want their health.
Yeah. So we just need to get out there and spread the word. And I think when you feel the passion, Maurice, and I think why your success is so big is that you're going to be spreading the news because of your own story, correct?
Yes. But you know, I got other stories too. I've got people coming over tonight I'm just going to show them how the computer software works and how to follow their own little team under them, like I'm following my team, and so that they can see what, you know, so they know how to help each other. And that's the biggest thing about this is everybody helps each other. And I've never seen a team like this before in all my years of doing business and meeting people and stuff. It's incredible how everybody works together. It's totally awesome.
It's a win-win business. So no matter how old you are or what you're doing, you can hear from all of us that you can do this business no matter who you are. And we're looking forward to more people joining our team. Right, guys?
You
Great.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thanks for today, and looking forward to you and seeing you in the future. Bye, guys.
Yeah. Bye,